lose but winning the war. I get knocked down, I get back up, get up and go, I stay ready for more. Go toe to toe till I level the score. Never gon' quit. Heard you seen some, but you never seen this. Bet on myself 8 times, no trick. Give me the loot. See now we going high.
You're listening to this edition of Going to the Body with the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole and I'm here with my guy Ray Jeezy. What's good, Ray?
For one, I'm rocking layers. I got 2 long sleeve shirts on, a hoodie. I had a jacket.
Oh yeah.
But for real, it should have been. And the new, look, I got the belt back, man. This was Lamont Roach, the Reaper. He should have had it, bro. It's upside down. Hold up. Here we go. And the new. That's what it should have looked like, bro. But here we are. Talking about a draw. I'm excited though, regardless. You know, rock with the Reaper on this show for real.
Definitely. But definitely. Great show. He showed skill. We'll talk about that. You know, that we'll talk about what he had to endure throughout that process in the fight anyway. But before we talk about that fight, we gotta dive into some logistics. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. You can check out our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. Make sure you subscribe to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. Each super chat will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and also like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, let's get into our tradition, the pregame. Here's what we have on tap. Like Ray mentioned, we're going to talk about Saturday's big fight between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and DMV's own Lamont the Reaper Roach Jr. Cruz retained his WBC interim junior welterweight title by a majority draw, which Ray was talking about. We'll also talk about the entire card as well. But all right, Ray, let's dive right into it. Obviously, you know, it was, regardless of what side you're on the place, like some folks for Cruz, some folks for Roach, but the judges, one judge had a real suspect card. I'll say that much, a very suspect card. For you, was the draw? Well, your answer to the question wasn't justified to you, but I want to talk about that 115, 111 card that Cruz got in favor of himself. The other judges had it 113 to 113, but for you, overall thoughts on the fight and also like the judges.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the judges' scorecards now, by the way. That's why I'm looking down. I have it in front of me. But the most interesting part to start this discussion off is on every card, Lamont lost the first 3 rounds, including the 10-8 third round. So the fact that he earned a draw is remarkable because he got down quickly and he got down by a significant margin. Now, Pitbull, of course, he lost a point later on. That definitely played a role. Yeah. If that didn't happen, then Pitbull is the unanimous winner. But I thought he won round 2. I don't know what you had on your scorecard. I thought he lost round 1. It was that's a fill-out round. Round 2, though, I gave to Lamont. And, you know, shout out to my man in Baltimore who was texting me the whole fight, who said, your man gonna get knocked out, blah, blah, blah. He even he didn't get Roach round 2. Somebody else that's a hater of Roach, like, now I'll get Roach round 2. I believe Lamont won round 2. My man Paul Crabtree, shout out to him. He said 115, 111 was crazy. I agree with that. And then let me look. It was, I think, 2 out of 3 judges gave Pitbull rounds 11 and 12.
Yeah. No. They gave 11 to 12. Yeah. I thought it was all 3. Didn't all 3 give him to 11? Or was it?
No. One gave
2 draws. The 2 draws gave it. The 2 draws gave 11 and 12 to him, right? The 2 draws.
Right? One judge gave Lamont round 11. That was it.
That was the 115, 111,
Nathan
right?
Palmer, who had it 113, 113.
Oh, 113. Okay, all right. Okay,
yeah. So think about it. He lost on that card, on 2 cards. He lost the first 3 rounds that included a 10-8 in the third, and then he lost the last 2 rounds. Right there, that's 5 rounds booked for Eastside Cruz. So it shows how crazy Lamont boxed right around the championship rounds. Right after round 6, he dictated the pace. Yeah. I'm just saying, I feel like the judging is weird, but I always tell you that. Well, like, I don't trust judging in boxing. I think I texted you before the decision saying I think it's gonna be a draw because I don't trust judging.
That's where I was at. Like I told you, what my card was like.
Yeah, because of the point deduction.
Yeah, right. So the point, my card was 6. It was 6-5 going into the 12. But that was for like Cruz, 6-5 going for Cruz. I had 6'5" Cruz going in because I'm like I bang with Lamont, but I was the same way. Like I'm really fair with like how I judge even though I don't like, and there is some bias because even I think the 12th I gave it to Lamont, so I called it a draw. So I gave the 12 to Lamont, so I called it. I had it a draw. But so I guess if you want to compare me to other people, you could say there was some bias within that round too for me. But I gave Lamont the 12, right? So I had it a draw. Like I had the fight a draw. It was like the first. I gave the first 3 rounds to Pitbull because Lamont wasn't fighting the right fight to me. It was still paced by Pitbull. That was my problem with like the first 3 rounds with the knockdown. Like I thought the pacing wasn't. It was more of the brawling style. So if you told me who was dictating pace, it was more Pitbull. I felt like when Lamont fought from the outside, like Pitbull ain't know what was going on. Like you could see it. Like and after he got his wits and he fought his fight, and props to his pops because his pops was telling him to fight that fight. Then it was like you could see the skill set like early, all like Lamont to me. Like that was what it was to me. The point definitely helped too, but I felt like once Lamont took it from the outside, I had like he said split my card with 150.
I had that too.
Okay,
that's what I had.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at anything like that. Like I'm not mad at it, but I'm not mad at any side to me because I feel like on both sides, both have arguments. I don't look at it like there was a definite winner. To be real with you, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like it's like just like for me, I have like, and I'll go back to a fight that was controversial in the DMV, like Puello and Antoine Russell. Like I had Puello winning, like so. Period. Like I know there were some rounds that people kind of take it which way, but I had Puello winning that fight. But again, because I felt like Puello was fighting his fight and Antoine wasn't fighting his fight. And you look at this fight, it's the same. That's the kind of thing I looked at. It was like to me in the beginning, Cruz was like, and Lamont wasn't fighting his fight. He was fighting Cruz. He was fighting Cruz's fight. And then the middle rounds, that's when he fought his fight. And I think, and that's to me when he came to me, he closed the gap, and then eventually to me was able to either your card win or draw or whatever.
I'm not surprised that some had Pitbull, some had Lamont.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul and the Adams Boxing Show is in the building.
Yeah. Look, what's up,
Paul, Adams, or which one is it though? I want to know. Is it both? Is it Jermaine? Because Jermaine is not the one that does a film study, right? Because Paul just put out there. This reminded me of Duran Sugar Ray 1. Now I thought Duran won that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know Adams Boxing. That's y'all expertise. Y'all go back. Y'all watch film. Y'all pull stuff out the archives.
They do, bro. They do.
And that's dope stuff. So I don't know how y'all feel about that comparison. But Wole, the reason why first of all, I'm not objective in this. I told you that via text.
I'm not.
I'm biased as all get out, and I will definitely admit that. But here's why I'm not mad at people who thought Esau Cruz won. I'm not mad at what you said because for the first time since I've been covering Lamont Roach and since I've seen him fight, and this has been years.
And you've been covering him.
I've never seen Pops go off like that on him.
Yeah, so I'm saying like that's what I was like.
That don't fight his fight. Lamont wanted to show kind of what Shakur did again in the Cepeda fight. Bro, I can stay in the pocket with a brawler. Now Lamont does have a chin. I think if people doubted that, they saw it again. Just like the Tank fight. When he knew he took Tank's best shot, then that's when he was ready.
Yeah.
But I'm one to still think that over the championship round was Lamont. He outpaced Pitbull Cruz. And if you look at the numbers, even though some people like CompuBox, it still showed that Lamont potentially won the fight. Although I'm not the guy that trusts those numbers. I'm just saying that's always an argument for one when they're rooting for a fighter or when they're trying to make their point. Like, look at the numbers, bro.
Of course.
The numbers say Lamont won, but again, you gotta look at it round by round. So I'm cool either way. Now it sets up the potential for a rematch, which I know we'll probably get there, but still,
of course. No, go ahead. You got it.
BBC, from what I heard, is not necessarily looking at that as the first option, but it does have fan interest. Shout out to just Team No Excuse for accepting the fight in San Antonio, knowing that Cruz's folks, the Mexican fans,
they played that part too.
It was really dope. The only problem with the entire event was it caused way too much. You know what I'm saying? Like PBC, I need to take some notes from Turk. Hey, lower them prices, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I Wayne. Okay, that's the film study guy right there. I trust you, my dude. I knew it. That's what's up, bro.
I felt like edged it out, but could have closed. Yeah, could have closed stronger. Yeah, definitely. I
want to ask Wayne this though. Did Roach make y'all believers? Because y'all the most objective show I watch out
they
there.
are very objective. I like about them. They're very objective.
I know they said Roach has some things to prove, and I feel like for the Adams Boxing Show, Roach kind of made y'all believers that night, just based on what I'm seeing on Twitter. But I could be wrong. Y'all let me know.
They are very objective, so that's what I do like about them. But I just think that I just feel like that's why that I was. It's crazy. So like I'm in this boxing group texting, and folks were like, one dude said this, and I kind of agree with it. Like and we all said this, right? Like there's one thing you have to do when you want to take somebody's belt. It's got to be definitive. Like it can't be a thing like that. You to beat the like it's like you hear this term in wrestling and anything, right? To or any competitive like sport for real. To be the champ, you gotta band that really beat the champ. Like you got to beat the champ. It can't be by hair or whatever. You gotta beat the champ. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But in boxing, you still wanted it to be a point system fair mentality, right? I know, what I'm saying. So that's why I never get mad. I don't like to cry robbery in a close fight. I'm not that person. Like when a fight is close, I can't, because it can go either way. There are rounds that could have went like either way. Like there are some rounds because of how you look at it and how you view it. I do believe though, more like I felt like in the later, like the 10th, 11th, 12th rounds, those rounds were a little bit up in the air. Like I will admit, like those were more because I felt like both fighters knew what was on the line. Like they knew what's on the line, especially 10th, 11, and 12 for real. Like they knew what's on the line. Like they knew they could speed it up because it can go either way. But Pops, like again, Pops is right though. Like again, I was texting folks. I even checked it on my timeline on Facebook, X, Instagram. Like people were mad, like saying, "Yo, you're fighting the wrong fight. Like you have to fight the way Pops was saying." Like, and that was the thing. That's why again, when you talk about him possibly being trainer of the year, it showed, to be honest with you, because once he listened to his Pops, you see he turned up he had Pitbull's footwork all messed up. Like he really did had a master class in boxing, especially I want to say it started like 6, 7, 8. Like that's when it really started around 5, 6, 7, 8, around that time frame where he really started making frustrating Pitbull to the point like Pitbull started he stuck his tongue out, whatever. You could tell just out of frustration. So he did what he needed to do in those middle rounds, especially I think Pitbull got real frustrated when the point was deducted. You know what I mean? That's when he got even more frustrated.
And he was fighting dirty too. You said 6, 7. You gotta be careful with these young folks.
I know, my man. I apologize.
But no, you good though.
You're right. I thought about that. You're right.
But here's the thing, and this is a response to what Wole just said. This is a response to Paul. Lamont fought probably 7 rounds with a broken hand. So
yeah, thank you. I want you to. Thanks for bringing that up.
The fact that people say maybe his power didn't translate to 140. He couldn't really show it, to be honest with you, because he broke his hand early on. Just like Tank broke his hand against that dude, man, against Pitbull, which is crazy.
That's wild.
But
yeah,
the
you're
fact
right.
That he was still catching him with that left hook, and he was still throwing both hands, but he was in extreme pain for what I believe was about 7 rounds. Now he would have to speak a little bit more to that. Obviously, he's already had surgery on it. He spoke a little bit after the fight. Oh yeah, for sure. So I think let's just say running back, or Lamont chooses to stay at 140, which I'm hearing he might want to drop back down to 135, because think about it. He was supposed to win that fight, and then either he was going to fight Antoine, which would have been huge for the DMV, or he was going to fight the winner of T.O. and Shakur. Now,
he can still do that if he wanted
winner
to.
of T.O. and Shakur is still on the table.
Yeah.
But is it going to be at 140 or is it going to be at 135? I don't know. That's the question, because Lamont got options. He was supposed to fight Shock. Shock had a great showing. We're going to get to
great showing.
Great showing. He has options. And people could talk, like people, was coming for him online, calling him Lamont Roach and all this other stuff because he had back-to-back draws or whatever like that. But again, so like what Wayne said, he won high on Roach. A lot of people weren't. Roach didn't even have a big following until the Tank performance. So now people starting to see what he's capable of. And I think he's somebody that has some type of star appeal. He has the ability to sell fights. You see it. And he's a good dude overall. Like I said, that's being objective. Like it's some fighters, like Floyd was an a-hole on purpose. That's how he sold his fight. Some people got turned off by that. Lamont's not that dude. I think more people want to see him. He's got options. if he was to fight at 35, would he have more power? I don't think it makes a difference. I think the fact that he was fighting with one hand, it made things difficult. Gary Russell Jr., another fighter on this show that we love, DMV fighter. When he fought Mike Sayo, he only had one arm. You didn't see a whole lot because he basically just had to put on a master class in boxing. He was moving a lot. He was jabbing. Lamont Roach broke his hand, but still was more effective. Gary Russell, he only had one arm.
It was a shoulder injury. That's what makes it even worse.
Exactly.
What makes it worse? The shoulder is like bad.
He couldn't show to me his power either. Same scenario, man.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I think like a good example is because the shoulder, like, it's honestly a good example is what you mentioned earlier. Not even Gary, it's more like
Gary did beat Sayo. I agree.
Yeah. With Tank, I thought even without a bad shoulder, but Tank was to me the one that when he. It's Cruz, right? It was against Cruz too. Yeah, like you said.
He broke his hand.
That one when he had it was a master class. I actually gave, and I'm not the biggest Tank supporter, but I actually gave Tank a lot of credit in that fight because to me he showed a lot of skill in that fight, going basically one hand. So similar to what, actually very similar to what Lamont did. To be real with you, very similar.
Why you bring up Tank, man? You about to get Adams boxing.
No, I'm being
your Tank takes on Twitter that thing be causing controversies.
Why? What they be saying about Tank on Twitter?
Tank done turned on his man Ray out wherever you live at, Texas or whatever. That's Christine guy. Anyway, we ain't going there right now.
Oh, that joint.
But I want to get to this comment, Wole. I'm gonna bring it up. Did you already show it?
Go ahead. I probably did. Though. Go ahead. What comment? Go ahead.
I want that Antoine versus Roach fight.
It could still happen.
It would have been perfect to set up, absolutely, because he had a belt at 140. And here's the thing and shout out to my guys at Fight Hype. I bang with the two guys that I see on a regular basis. I ain't gonna say the names, but Fight Hype is Fight Hype. They know how to market stuff because when asked at media day, would you fight Antoine if you beat Pitbull? He said, yeah, of course. That's a big fight for the area. And plus, I believe Antoine is a dog. Like, he was showing respect. But they didn't show the part where he showed him, like, some respect. So Antoine goes on his whole rant about Lamont disrespecting him and all this other stuff. But I think that's in part, they competitors. Guys are going to believe they're
trying to sell a fight, man. They're all trying to sell
They're trying to build it. But
that's what they're trying to do.
That was one of the options that, of course, was on the table. Like I said, I don't know what the fans want to see. That's a big fight for us in the DMV. Would that draw national interest is the question that I have. I personally would like to see Lamont also get the winner of Shakur versus T.O. for real.
Yeah, I'm not a Tank person. You're right. But I can admit when someone shows skill. I don't gotta like be in love with a boxer and not to appreciate one skill. I say that about like Ray mentioned Mayweather. Mayweather used to annoy the hell out of me, but I appreciate like I always say that
he's a Pacquiao dude.
I'm a Pacquiao dude, and I had Mayweather beating Pacquiao. That's how much I respect his skill. Like I just that's where I try not to be when I watch boxing or try to predict who's gonna win. I try to take my bias out of it. Same right now, I'm an Anthony Joshua fan, but I was like, yeah, he's gonna lose this. He's gonna lose to I was like, he's gonna lose to my man Usyk. Like he ain't gonna be Usyk. I just it is what it is. There's certain people that I feel like are just uber talented. But yeah, I still think if I feel like losing even in a loss, and that's what I was telling you, not in a loss, even in a draw, that's what I was telling you, Ray. Like even in a draw, I don't think Lamont lost any favor or he lost any support or any popularity. I do think that if Lamont if he wants to fight Antoine, he can. That's a fight that he can easily make. The belt doesn't mean anything. Like I think the vibe in the area, that's a fight that you could probably put in Capital One and see what you can do with it. In my belief, like I feel like you can probably, that's a type of fight that you can make happen because I think, to be honest with you, I think just because you're on that stage even more and talking about Lamont, he fought Tank and then he has his second showing. Pitbull is a draw as well. People like seeing Pitbull and he nearly had that victory, right? 2 draws. Like I feel like in the end of the day, his popularity isn't subtracted, you know what I mean? And then also the outcry of him, the outcry for folks thinking that he should have won still builds up the image to me. So I feel like if he wants to fight, if both want to fight each other, I'm gonna be fair, both want to fight each other, it can happen. Now if he wants to go down, there are other marketable fights that he can fight at 135. He doesn't have to fight, and there are more popular fighters at 135 for him to fight. So if he wants to go down, he can fight at 135 because at 135 there are dudes that are bigger draws than even Antoine. To be real with you.
Yeah, he has options. Like I said, you mentioned what it would mean for the DMV, where the fight would be held. Capital One definitely would be a possibility. I think Antoine needs to figure out who his next opponent is first, and that's not his fault. But one of the positives I want to just point out is PBC and Pro Box work together to make this Roach Cruz fight happen. So that part of the business should be easy, as opposed to the whole side of the street thing. We already know that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of if the two sides want it. That would be tough for me personally. Over the years, I've been a huge Antoine fan. We saw his upside when he was really young, and we knew he was going to become a world champion. And then Roach has just rose to stardom. What makes it disappointing for me personally is when we covered Jojo Diaz versus Gary Russell, that opening press conference for that's where I met Lamont Roach after the first time. And the Russell brothers shouted out Lamont Roach for being there. Now, Roach was there supporting his stablemate because Roach was signed a Golden Boy at the time. But I'm just saying they were cool. You know what I'm saying? It just things went south as of recent. That's going to happen in sports. But I think that's why you step in the ring, you settle it. Whoever wins, that's they the better man. You keep it moving. I think this area is still just continuing to grow in prominence. I was just thinking about Mayweather when he fought Chop Chop. And Chop Chop Cody, he fought Pretty Boy. He ain't fight money. He fought Pretty Boy. I thought he was going to win that fight, to be real. That's how biased I am by DMV fighters and guys putting on.
I think he was going to win. I didn't think Chop Chop was going to win.
If Wayne's still on, Chop Chop had some moments in that fight where he was
catching. Oh, he had moments. Like Zab had moments too. They all folks can have moments.
Zab had moments early though. And you knew he was going to fade. Like what Floyd said after, you a front runner.
Look, I'm just saying, folks could have their moments. You could have your moments. Like Cotto had his moments against Mayweather too. Folks could have their moments.
It's a difference though.
No, man, both have moments, dog. Like there are levels. Like we know this, right? There's levels to this, man. I'm sorry, there's levels to this.
Mike Donna, he had more
moments,
right?
The levels to this.
He almost knocked Floyd out, bro.
There's levels to this. Everybody, and what happened in the second fight? Everybody tried to gas it.
Chop Chop gave him issues, Wole. I'm trying to tell you,
issues like
I ain't William Joppy. It's not one of them DMV fighters. He represented.
No, he said Chop Chop gave issues to Judah, Floyd, and Cotto. I'm just saying you give issues.
That makes him sound like a gatekeeper.
That's what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking. Hey, it's cool. Like you get your issues. You can do all you want.
Like a gatekeeper now, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man,
I like
it, bro.
And I bang with Chop Chop. I'm just saying, like, I ain't think that just wasn't in my thought process.
Pretty Boy was real. Now, okay, because Pretty Boy Law, I don't know.
The one suspect, the one loss everybody tries to say he lost. The one fight.
Castillo.
Yeah, Castillo.
And I like Castillo. Remember he fought Corrales, and that fight was one. I think that's the best fight I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, D Styles Boxing, man? Appreciate you, my guy.
He said moments don't last. That's so true, though.
Moments don't last. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's some real stuff right there.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't even disagree with you, man.
Yeah, man. But
that's like Rolly. Rolly had some moments versus Tank till he got put to sleep.
Exactly.
Everybody try to say he was leading Tank on the score.
Which was Santa Cruz had moments. Night.
And Cruz woke up in retirement. He ain't fought since, I don't believe. He retired, that man.
Yeah. So you got people on. Actually, there's some folks on. So we got a tweet about. I got a tweet actually about this. About the thoughts of the folks think. Who do they feel like won the? Do they agree with the decision? Jam Red Corner Boxing said a draw seemed about right. Maybe Pitbull could have sneaked it with the knockdown. Neither was great in my opinion.
Yeah, some people feel like it was a boring fight. I never thought that. I
didn't think it was boring. I thought it was
entertaining, but some feel like that. Again, it depends on your level of bias, because again, some were going in to say, because people thought Lamont was a one-hit wonder. Let's be real. There's a large faction of fans that felt like, all right, you fought to a draw against Tank, okay, and some think that Tank was off that night for different reasons. Let's see if you can do it again. So now they like, you don't fought to another draw, like stop it. But again, if you know boxing, then you saw some high level skill. You saw how he got Pitbull off his game. He got him out mentally. Like you said, he just started out where he was trying to prove something.
Yeah.
Pops got him straight, and then you saw him turn it on those rounds.
That's why you got to appreciate this. Is real talk. This is why you got to appreciate somebody like Terrence Bud Crawford. Like, he had no ego going into that Canelo fight. He fought his fight from the outside. It wasn't about trying to mix it up. And then when he then later on in rounds where he felt comfortable, that's when he mixed it up a little bit. But predominantly, he fought from the outside. He used his skill. That's why I wish more boxers, like, I get trying to appease the fans. I get it. Like, you know what I mean? You want to show your that you ready to go in the box. Like, you cool with it to be in that box. You cool. But sometimes, man, like, there's no need to, like, if you're trying to become, like, you're trying to get to a certain level, because that knockdown doesn't happen. I firmly believe that, like, there's no way Pitbull beats Lamont. That knockdown doesn't. Forget the scratch point. Forget the point taken away. If that knockdown doesn't happen, he fights his fight. Pitbull doesn't beat Lamont. That's why I feel like they have a rematch. Lamont is easy work for Lamont against Pitbull. That's my opinion. I feel like just because he's gonna learn. That's why I'm not even sure Pitbull would even want to take that rematch, to be real with you, because if Lamont gets another opportunity at him, he's going to change his game plan to a point where I'm not gonna go that hard and try to go match this dude power for power or whatnot. Because I'm gonna be like, Pitbull is a knockout artist. That's what he is. He's an aggressive knockdown artist. He wants to knock you out. He's relentless, and that's his style. That's fine. So if somebody's relentless, use that against them. And I felt like in the middle parts of the round, like when we're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch it, but maybe 9. That's when Lamont he turned up and he was using his skill, and Pitbull had nothing to do with that. He could do nothing with that.
So on every card, it looks like Lamont won 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm right. It's 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Yeah.
No. One judge didn't give him round 8, but then on one card he won 5. He won 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. It shows you how he turned up in those rounds. That was with a broken hand. So give him 2 hands and let him fight the right fight from Jump Street. And I want to get Tim on the show too. Big Tim is his assistant trainer, because he was telling me that Lamont was going to show more skill in this fight, and I would love to get his perspective on if he feel like Lamont followed the game plan. But go ahead though, Wole. My bad.
No, I was saying, like, even like, dude, I'm be real with you. It don't matter what hands he would. If he just fought that fight, it wouldn't need, because Pitbull got a chin. I'm not even gonna say Pitbull. He got a chin. It is what it is. Just fight that fight. You could have had, like, and he would have easily won that fight. Like, easily won that fight. I think it's easily, that's what I'm saying, like a rematch, he easily wins a rematch to me. Like, watching that fight, he easily wins a rematch. If he fights like his fight. You know what I mean? Like, if he fights his fight from the outside, jab, counter, you know what I mean? Uses athletic ability, and which he did. He used good footwork. He got him off balance, tagged him, you know what I mean? Hit some body shots. It was a smart fight. Like, when in those rounds you're referring to, 5, 6, 7, 8, he fought an excellent fight. It was the beginning of the rounds, the 1, 2, 3, where I was like, dude, don't get out of that. Like, stop it. You're making this fight harder than it needs to be.
Also, what hand was broken?
Was it a right?
I believe it was. I believe it's the left hand that was broken.
Okay, was it left? Okay,
right. It might have been the right. Because the reason why I got confused, I thought it was his right at the press conference when he said he had a broken hand, because he was clapping like this afterwards. And then he saw Cruz sitting on this side, and they shook hands like this, and then. But then when he posted that video on Instagram, when he was basically on his story when he was getting ready to go into surgery, he had his left hand wrapped. So let me see if I can find it real quick.
I'm gonna ask you what you briefly mentioned rematch. What do you think a rematch is happening? Because I'm on the side thinking that Isaac Cruz. I called him Isaac earlier, but Isaac Cruz is going to yeah, I was on the side thinking he's going to try to duck him, because I feel like if he watched that fight on tape, I don't think he believes in his own soul that he can beat Lamont fighting if Lamont fights his fight. Because Isaac fights one way to me. It's not, that doesn't change. He fights the same way.
Well, I think I mentioned when the show started that that's not the first order of business or priority on Eastside Cruz's list moving forward. The rematch is something that they're not high on. PBC isn't even high on. They feel like Cruz survived. From what I heard,
that's what I'm saying.
He moved forward. He represented the second high-level skilled boxer he's fought, and he showed even though he lost to Tank, he still won.
It's a lot of people. It's a draw. It wasn't a draw. It was a draw. It was a draw. Who you talking about? It was a draw with Tank.
Nah, Tank beat him.
He beat. I thought it was a draw.
Nah, he beat Cruz.
Oh, I thought it was a
decision.
Okay.
He beat him by unanimous decision.
Okay.
So, but people still thought Cruz represented that in that fight.
Yeah, he did.
You feel like Cruz, even though he lost on the rounds, he represented, and Lamont had never been knocked down before, even though his glove touched. It's not like his back touched the camera. Still, knockdown is a knockdown.
Yeah.
So, there's no money in this fight, and Cruz knows what will happen. Possibly, like I said,
there's money in the fight. There's money in the fight, but he knows what happens.
He definitely has a fan base. Okay, so I don't see. All I know is he broke his hand. Nobody has the exact hand he broke right now. I can't find it. Something we'll have to clarify, I guess, moving forward. But you can find information anyway. Paul's everywhere. He definitely broke a hand. I don't know which one it was. I thought it was the right, just based on how he was moving afterwards. But other pictures and videos suggest it might be the left. I'm not sure. I could text them now and find out, but they take forever to get back. I don't even want to do all that. That's extra. That's extra, my guy. But overall, great fight. Lamont represent. Like I said, the DMV is up and coming. And I know we're gonna talk about the whole card.
Yeah.
I was in and out, Wole, for personal reasons.
In and out. I'm not gonna talk about the whole card, but
no, I want to shout out Jordan Roach.
Oh
Lamont,
yeah,
brother. He won by a unanimous decision. That was not televised. Ben Johnson, also on that No Excuse stable under Lamont Roach, senior, his trainer, won by a 4th round knockout. Ben has won 6 professional fights, 5 by knockout, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, look out for him at 147. And then Frank Martin was able to catch that one. That was a good comeback for him. Bartholomew is one that fought Antoine Russell, fought him tough. Antoine got the knockout, which was controversial at the time. So Frank Martin put his name back in the mix at 140. And he looked a little bit better without Derrick James. I don't know if you saw that fight, Wole.
I know I saw that punch, boy. I saw that knockout.
And then obviously the Foster and Fulton fight. So
I saw that fight. I saw that
fight. Go with it?
I saw the first fight I saw first. Yeah, let's go with that fight. Oshaki, Foster, and Fulton. I thought, I don't know how much you want me to add to. He dominated. Oshaki Foster dominated that fight. That was one-sided. And yeah, it was one-sided, thoroughly one-sided. And he won with the jab. He's winning from the outside. Footwork. He's beating him to the spot. I felt like Fulton was defeated. You could tell he didn't feel like he had around round 5. I think he knew what time it was, to be real with you. And it was one-sided. It was a dominating showing by Oshaki Foster.
Man, Fulton is highly skilled too. That's the interesting thing. I'm a Fulton fan. I thought he had a chance anyway, which might have been stupid, but I thought that he had a chance. I did.
I didn't really know about anyway.
In this fight, we thought it was 50-50 on paper. Most people did. Yeah. If you're watching out there and you follow these guys, let us know if you thought it was 50-50 on paper. But Oshaki is kind of like Haney and Shakur. Highly skilled, hard to hit, very good counter puncher. And I wasn't shocked that he dominated, although I'm a Fulton fan. So personally, I was a little disappointed that he didn't make it a closer fight, but that's because Shock was too good. And he won upset afterwards. He was like, it's part of the game. But Fulton came in overweight, even though he's small.
2 pounds, right? 2 pounds overweight, right?
2 pounds, even though he's technically small for that weight class. So that was kind of weird. But where does Shock go from here?
I mean, everybody, folks, obviously, Shakur's everyone always throws out Shakur. I don't know. Do you think he needs to? What do you think? Who do you think would give him the opportunity? Because I don't know if him and Shakur would be an entertaining fight, like for the viewer. You know what I mean?
Paul, I know that's right, Paul. You trying to, man. You out there looking, you researching. So Shock can fight at 30 or 35, right? He fights at 30. So Shakur's not going down to 30.
Yeah, but he can fight at 35, though. He can fight at 35.
Raymond Ford is probably the most, I think.
But he can fight at 135, though. He can fight at 135.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think Raymond Ford would probably be the most reasonable assumption. Simply because Raymond Ford has been calling him out. you got the Shakur angle. If he beats Raymond Ford, he definitely getting the Shakur fight. He's
Yeah.
definitely that. So, and I think he can beat Raymond Ford. Although I respect Ray Ford. No, hey, every ring that does something in his life, I respect him. But I'm just saying, like Shock is he's skilled. I wanted Lamont to fight Shock. I thought that would have been a good fight.
That would be good for him.
That's an option for Lamont.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't think Lamont is interested in dropping back to 130 right now. I think the bigger fights are at 135 or 140.
Well, he can still meet him at 135.
Raymond
Ford, he can fight. O'Shaquie can beat
um,
Lamont at 135, though.
Or if you want, hey, Ashaki Foster, I know you're probably not watching this, but if you can somehow see this, give my man Derek Scooter Davis a chance at 35, bro.
I would say this, like realistically speaking, like I do think that he could fight. I mean, I like the Lamont one. I think they can meet at 135 if he wants that smoke. He can meet at 135 because that's good. Because I think that style would lend better for boxing fans than Shakur and him. I think that style would blend better. I think Lamont and Shakur would be better stylistically together than, say, those two, like O'Shaquie and Shakur.
Any chance T.O. wins, and if he would, what would that change in terms of how we would see future fights? Because we're not talking about T.O. fighting anybody. We keep saying he could fight Shakur.
Well, T.O. is going up. T.O. won't go down. T.O. is going to go up eventually. I don't want to count T.O.
47?
Yeah, T.O. going to go up eventually.
Okay, so he'll go up to Haney or Hitchens.
Yeah, I think T.O. after this fight is going up. That's why I respect T.O. It's not like I like T.O. I don't put him. I think T.O.'s going to 140. He's going to chase Haney after this fight. Like I regardless of what happens, he's going to chase Haney.
Okay, so that leaves Davis then Keyshawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Now I think that fight's gonna happen. Yeah, that's
a fight. Yeah. And anybody that we're discussing, Raymond Ford, O'Shaquie Foster, it would be a good look. But he's not fighting at 135. He's fighting at 140. Remember, he missed weight badly.
Like my man ass box. I want to address.
No,
this.
I agree. I told Wole that. Text you that.
No. This is Wayne.
Yes.
It's Wayne, right? All right, Wayne. You know you're my guy, right? I'm not saying. Look. Again, anyone who knows me knows I'm a big believer in Teofimo Lopez. I'm a big believer in Teofimo, but I'm just a way bigger believer in Shakur Stevenson. That's just what it is. So I think he will there'll be rounds because Teofimo's we don't talk about enough. His footwork is impeccable, great in footwork, has power. Sometimes he just gets in his own way, to be honest with you. That's the thing for Teofimo, he gets in his own way. But I just think that, in my opinion, Shakur is way more structured, way more disciplined in the ring compared to Teofimo. I think that gives him the edge, and he's more skilled. I mean, I'm sorry, he's more skilled.
Teofimo's worst performance was Jermaine Ortiz, even worse than Cambosis, when he was really sick physically against Cambosis, but against Jermaine Ortiz.
I mean, I've seen
Jermaine Ortiz was running to a degree.
Yeah.
But
I've seen Teofimo. Him against
Loma.
Loma was a work of art. That was a work of art. His last fight,
Comey fight too.
Yeah, his last fight was really good. Was that the Comey fight? What was his last fight?
That was Josh Taylor.
Yo, he was good. He was really good against Josh Taylor. Yeah, that's the Teofimo I think could be, like, to your point, Adams boxing. I think he can compete and be in it. Like, let me backtrack a little bit. I won't say that it's going to be one-sided, like it's going to be like a 9-3 out, type of thing. But I do think that in the grand scheme of things, you're telling me I'm confident. Yeah, I'm totally more confident that Shakur beats T.O. But I also think that I think Shakur has so much respect for T.O. that you won't see T.O. get the shots that he could get on Shakur. Put it that way. Because that's how much I respect T.O. I think T.O. is an elite boxer. I think he's an elite boxer. I don't think he's just a good boxer. I think Teofimo Lopez is an elite boxer. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there. I don't want you to think I'm, like, throwing shade and thinking that T.O. ain't that dude. I just think that, like, just like how I talked about Mayweather and I talked about others, I got Shakur at that level. I think Shakur is just at a level where Shakur beats Shakur unless he ain't disciplined.
I apologize. T.O. last fight was against Barboza in New York City, outside. Remember?
That was good. He fought really well. He fought really well.
Garcia, he fought good in that fight.
He killed
Barboza wasn't never going to be a
yeah. But he looked good.
But the Josh Taylor fight was really good too. My fault, y'all.
Yeah, he looked good in Josh Taylor too. I mean, he just looked good his last couple of fights. I know he looked really good. Adams Boxing says, yeah, I agree with you with you and all your points.
Man, I rock with Shakur.
T.O. is an athlete. Yeah, all the athleticism and quick twitch. Shakur should be favored. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I rock with Core hard, bro.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But back to it though. Yeah, O'Shaggy has options.
Versus Raymond Ford. That's what I think is gonna happen.
It happened.
I
do like him versus you mentioned. I like him against yeah, I do like
Keyshawn only gonna fight at 140. I don't see Shark doing it.
Yeah, who's a bigger fighter between?
I think T.O. is the bigger name.
T.O.'s a bigger. Oh, you saw a bigger fighter in terms of weight.
Just like Errol was bigger than Crawford technically in terms of popularity. If that's what you mean.
If he's talking about popularity, definitely, I think T.O.'s more popular.
T.O.'s a more popular fighter, probably.
Yeah, I think T.O.'s more popular.
But Core he's a feared man for a reason. So that's why Tank ain't fought him yet. To be real,
he's saying bigger.
We ain't seen the best of Tank yet, but anyway, I don't know that. My bad.
He said weight. No, he said weight and strength. Oh, I think T.O.'s to me.
T.O.'s bigger than Shakur?
Yeah, T.O.'s bigger than me. To me.
Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah,
T.O. definitely stronger. He's got more power. He's more power than Shakur. Definitely.
I would agree. I would agree with that. But Shakur got some pop though. Don't get it twisted. The Jamel fight showed that although he's moved up in weight, some question it, but he beat the mess out of Jamel Herring.
I mean, he looked good his last fight.
And Valdez.
He looked good. He looked good his last fight. But we'll see. Like I'm not worried about strength. I don't worry about Shakur and strength. I just know that he's gonna beat the bricks out of you just from the outside. That's how I look at Shakur. I don't look at him like I don't look at Shakur like you look at a Tank, or you look at a even I'll use Pitbull as an example, or a Bud Crawford. I don't look at him like those individuals. Those are like guys who get you out of there. I look at Shakur like I look at Floyd. That's how I look at him. It's not about the knockout. It's about pretty much dominating every round. Like Shakur takes in the first couple rounds, and from that point on, he's ready. He knows what to do in that ring. That's how I look at Shakur. I don't look at him as a knockout artist at all. Max
Kellerman, I think, said that Shakur is like probably one of the best since Pernell Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? That's a comparison. We think Pernell was like that. We think Pernell Whitaker was one of the best boxers.
Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying.
That's where I agree with Max. And Max isn't the same Max because he's a free agent. He can do what he wants. He's with the ring right now. He's with the ring, Max. My bad. But he's better now that he's gone from ESPN because he ain't got to be on that bull crap.
HBO Max. He HBO Max. That's what he is.
He's back to that guy. Even though he dissed Lamont, but still, that's his prerogative. But Shakur, I love it. Methodical. He's gonna break you down. Yeah. I wouldn't even say death by 1,000 cuts. I think Shakur is, better than that. Like, we love Shakur, man. Shakur is so skilled. But I will say this, man, because Shakur's had hand issues, if that becomes a problem, Teofimo might overwhelm him. And I think if I had to lean one way, I think maybe 60-40, maybe 55-45 in favor of Shakur. But I'm not going. I won't go as far as saying 50-50. But T.O. when he brings his A game, he's tough.
T.O. You just don't know what T.O. you're going to get. That's the problem.
Well, he gets up for the bigger fights. Like I said, you look at
that's true.
The Loma fight, the Comey fight, the Josh Taylor fight. He looked amazing.
That's a good point. No, that's a very good point.
Big ones. I think he feels doubted, and I think that gives him an edge coming in, and that's a scary thing. Cole wins, he won't be shocked. But if T.O. gets that dub, and depending on how he gets it, if it's dominant, if it's close, if he drops Shakur, whatever, T.O. is going to put his name. That's going to me cement his status as a Hall of Famer right there.
T.O. I think T.O. is a prize fighter,
multi-division world champion already.
He's a prize fighter. Like, he a prize fighter. And I'm for real. That's why I respect T.O. and Shakur. I'll always respect Shakur. I always think that Shakur is trying to get the fight. But why I respect these two is that, like, there's no duck and smoke here. You know what I mean? Regardless of the fact they fighting each other, man. Like, your man has been. They fighting each other. So, dang, he did. Dang, they got my man. Oh, dang, he talking about
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I didn't know what Paul was talking about. I thought he was talking about a boxer. I was like, oh damn.
Man, nah, that's another show.
That's another show, man. That's another show, Paul. I gotta focus on boxing. But yeah, I just feel like what I respect is that either whoever, and I'll say this much: if any of them any of them lose, they still got enough to be prize fighters regardless. Don't matter. That L won't hurt any of them dudes because they fighting. This are two elite boxers really going at it. Like these are two elite boxers. Like that's how I do to a point. I want to make sure folks understand. This is how much I do like Teofimo. There are two elite fighters. Teofimo ain't him losing to Kambosos because he didn't take him serious. That's his fault. You know what I'm saying? He didn't take him serious. He went that thing living high off what he did with Lomachenko and thought he arrived. This dude here, when he, like Ray said, when he's motivated, he ready, he can beat anybody. He's that good. Teofimo's that good. So a loss, it ain't like losing to Rolly. I think losing to Rolly, I feel like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I think I put out there earlier on their Twitter account. Rolly is not serious about fighting nobody that's overly skilled because he knows he don't stand a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that one.
So
but I see, like I said, I'll give my final answer. I think Shock fights Raymond Ford, and if he beats him, no matter how close it might be, and Shakur ain't gonna have no choice. He gonna lead Shakur no choice, and then that's gonna be an interesting fight. You talk about a technical fight, but I'm like going back to what everybody's saying about Shakur and T.O. fighting and the best fighters fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
This takes you back to our early days, Hagler, Hearns, and Hagler, Leonard, and Leonard, Hearns. Like these dudes all fought one another, and it was dope.
I ain't watched that fight like
these
that.
guys for doing it.
I ain't watched our early days. I get to watch them like kids. You know what I mean?
I mean, you had to, because
I saw the replays.
First of all, Sugar Ray Leonard was local, and he was known for some stuff he did out there.
I was so young, like I couldn't really, sit. So that's like in the 80s.
That's why you got to do a Wayne. You got to go back and watch.
No, you're right. I know. I went back and I know you're talking about. You talking about
you anyway?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, like anyway. I watched that fight because he used to come on all the time on ESPN Classic back in the day. He used to come on ESPN Classic all the time. But like for me, in terms of like the time frame in real time, it reminds me if I had to use because when we were growing up and watching boxing, like the heavyweight division was kind of like popping, right? So it was like Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield. Like when they fought each other, like they were like they were like in it, and they were like two dudes at the top of their game fighting, and then it was like, oh damn, you know what I mean? Like, and those are like battles, you know what I'm saying? So
see, those HBO fights though. So
yeah.
You gotta watch them. You don't remember. You remember the Redskins winning the championship or the
That's 91. That's 91. 87 barely. I remember. Really? I barely. Yeah,
you remember Ernest Biner? You remember that squad?
That's Timmy 91 Smith? Though. That's 90. No, Ernest Biner was on the 87 squad.
Timmy Smith. Sorry,
Timmy Smith on the 87 squad. Ernest Biner's 91. I'm in sixth grade. That one is like, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like I remember that one more because there's a bunch of highlights all the time, and it's like they even replay games, whatever. So I feel like maybe I'm in real time. Maybe I remember it maybe because like I saw the highlights or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But
well, see, we grew up different. So like when Sugar Ray fought, that's a big deal. That's a fight party.
Of course.
So, and again, boxing was free in the 80s. It was HBO, though. Like when you start talking about like Riddick Bowe and Holyfield, that's when HBO
started costing. No, I agree. I agree.
Showtime, they swooped in, and it was you had to have a scrambler. Shout out to those who know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to my friend's house. We ain't had no scrambler. I grew up with a Christian pops. He was not stealing no cable, my guy. It wasn't happening.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it was. I mean, but back then, like to your point though, the competition was fierce, right?
AB on the scrambler, bro.
Yeah, it was fierce. I mean, to be told, shoot, even after that, like the early 2000s, it was comparable. Like folks were doing that. Like Floyd wasn't ducking no smoke in the early 2000s. You had Pacquiao fighting Cotto. Everybody was fighting each other. Like even then, people were fighting each other. They weren't ducking smoke.
Ricky Hatton and beat the mess
out
of
him. And Ricky Hatton was like, they were. I mean, they weren't ducking smoke.
It wasn't the same as the 80s. I won't say, but it was close enough, I guess.
I don't know. Like Tito was fighting.
Nah, Paul, I know you had a scrambler, Paul.
Yeah, allegedly.
Paul went to private school, and you had a scrambler, man. Which one was it, man?
Tito fighting like Oscar De La Hoya. Nah, they was fighting each other, Ray. I ain't gonna lie. They was fighting each other like a mug back then. They were all fighting each other. They weren't ducking no smoke. All them dudes back then were fighting each other. Like around that time frame. Shoot, Bernard Hopkins was trying to. They were fighting everybody, bro. They was fighting everybody.
It's some fights that we didn't get.
The only one fight we didn't get growing like the only one fight I felt like we didn't get. We got it, but it was too early. It was the only fight I felt like we didn't get, and everybody wanted it. Was Roy Jones Jr. and B-Hop when B-Hop, because everybody counts when Roy Jones beat B-Hop early, and everybody appreciated B-Hop as he got older. So everybody wanted that fight. Other than that fight, that's the only fight I felt like we didn't get that we needed to get.
Tyson after jail wasn't the same. He fought Holyfield. After jail, he wasn't the same.
Oh no, I'm not.
I wanted young Mike to fight Holyfield.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different discussion. That's because of jail.
No,
jail
you said the one fight we didn't get. That's the fight we didn't get.
No, that's jail.
Him biting his ear.
I'm talking about there was no boxing politics. I'm talking that was jail. Jail did that. Boxing politics wasn't a part of that. Jail did that.
Pryor versus Ray.
No, we talking about Pryor versus Sugar Ray. You know Pryor? You know Pryor.
No, I'm saying you said that's the one fight. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know about that.
Oh, I don't want that fight. I mean, I didn't care about that fight.
We got Layla Ali versus Christy Martin. That was a dope fight back then.
It was.
Don't forget about the ladies, my G.
It was though. It was. I'm saying we got our fight.
Christy Martin was knocking. She was knocking everybody out. She was bloodying folks back then.
No. She was knocking everybody out.
But Layla did that.
Yeah, but I'm saying my point is that like those fights were happening at that time frame. Like all the fights you thought about happened. Like that you wanted, like especially in like Winky Wright got to fight a bunch of people, and folks thought people were scared of Winky Wright.
I don't think I got to see the best of Andre Ward.
Andre Ward got to fight. He fought who you want to fight?
B-Hop.
They were never in the same class to fight him. That was never a thing. That's what I'm saying. It was never like put like this. It was never. My point is everybody fought who they needed to fight. It was nobody like in there saying nobody was saying, "Oh, he ducked him. We never got this," like that type of situation. Like when you were in the same class, you fought each other. It wasn't like we got when we got to Mayweather Pacquiao. That's when it started really getting funny. But it got funny back then.
Didn't Dawson fight B-Hop, right?
Yeah, when he beat up, he beat Dawson. Yeah.
B-Hop beat Dawson.
Yeah, but he was moving.
And Andre Ward beat Dawson, right?
But they were certain. Like Andre Ward at that time, Andre Ward was much younger. Like B-Hop was. Andre Ward wasn't established when B-Hop was doing.
Like Andre Ward could have challenged himself a little bit more than what he did. Although at the time
he fought the biggest dude. Yeah, his division.
He fought everybody in his division.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he really lost to Kovalev that first fight.
Nah, he beat Kovalev.
Dawson beat B-Hop. Thank you, Chad Dawson. And then Andre Ward beat Dawson. Okay, well, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't matter.
I'm just saying, like at that time, we were getting the fights. We were getting all of the fights. Like to get Tito versus Oscar De La Hoya, I was like, oh snap, we getting okay. Then we got Oscar versus
no smoke.
None. We got Oscar to Fernando Vargas. We got all of them. Sugar Shane. We got everything, man.
And that goes back to Floyd. He beat Sugar Shane. He beat Judah. He beat Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, we got some stuff, though. We got even Gotti and Floyd was hilarious, dog. But they tried to gas that up. You see what Floyd did to Gotti? You know what I mean?
I know. We watched that at Jillian's, which I mean, I've never seen somebody get beat that bad. Like, I don't remember him landing one punch on.
To this day, I've never seen a boxer be beat that bad. I've never seen a prize fight boxer get beat that bad. To this day.
I said, Wole, if he could just catch him, if he could catch him one time, maybe he could knock Floyd out, man. He come close.
To this day,
I can still see him with his mouth open the corner, with his mouthpiece there.
Nose all broken, everything.
They would not let him come back out.
They would not, bro. To this day, I have never seen a prize fighter get beat that bad. I don't care what you. I don't care, and I don't care about knockouts. I'm talking about a constant butt whipping every freaking round. I've never seen it that way.
Arrow came close. I'm just saying, Arrow took the first round against Floyd. I mean, against Terrence. That was close. That was close.
Yeah. It was close. I'll take that back. But you know what? It was like, but at least Bud
got round one though.
No. But at least Bud put him out of his misery. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like Floyd. Huh? Yeah, I felt like Floyd was playing with that man.
Hold on. Hey, Earl might have looked worse afterwards than Gotti did.
You think,
Earl
looked like man. Gotti looked like Rocky.
Like a different species.
I don't know. Gotti looked like Rocky. I don't know. Like Rocky when he got his butt tore up.
There you go. There's your question right there. Here's your YouTube short. Don't ask me. This is it. Who looked worse afterwards? Gotti or Earl? That's dirty, bro.
I'm just saying.
Oh, he went to Tito versus Joppy. Oh man, come on.
No, we ain't doing that.
I used to represent. Me and Joppy went to the same barbershop, man. You couldn't understand a word he said.
Yeah, you used to always say that, right?
You watch the fight. Man, he sounded like Meldrick Taylor, man. It was terrible.
I would say like the worst. Yeah, hold on. He said Gotti.
He said Gotti
I agree. Gotti was bad, bro.
I told you he looked worse, bro.
Gotti was worse, dog. I'm sorry. He said, but Earl looked worse. Oh, snap.
Yeah, Earl talking about I came out with no sunglasses on. I held my own. Yeah, right. You should have put some shades on.
You should have
put the Rey Mysterio mask on, bro. That's what I did.
That was bad.
I was covering my whole face up.
It was bad.
Earl looked bad. I ain't never seen somebody outside the Martin show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. No, he did kind of like that. He did kind of, like Martin. He did. I will say, like watching. You mentioned we talked about Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane's son was on the card. I was so not impressed with Sugar Shane's son. I was like, he's boxing. Why is he boxing?
You ain't watched the Contender back in the day.
No, I did not. I did not watch the Contender.
Well,
that's the first time I've got to watch him.
He earned his way to be in that fight. I'll say that much about him. He never used his name to try to get sort of like Ali Walsh. People only watched him because he got the Ali name. No offense. I'm just being real. That's why Top Rank will feature him sometimes. But they call him the Sugar Man, Mosley. He worked with Muhammad, the trainer that died before he passed away. What was his name?
Yeah.
Muhammad? Is that his name? I can't remember. My bad. From Philly. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Muhammad. Yeah. Is that okay? You talking about you're not talking about what's his name, trainer?
Yeah, Shane Jr. wasn't a contender. Yeah. He lost to Brandon Adams. He did lose to Brandon Adams. And bad. Brandon Adams dominated that man.
He ain't looking.
And then Brandon Adams fought Jamal. That was probably his biggest fight. Yeah, Boachuk. And Boachuk for real lost to my man, the professor, Mike Fox. Come on now.
Yeah, shout out to him. Because Ramos looked so much better than him. I was like, this dude look like a freaking. This dude does not look like he's. And I was like, this is for a title. I was like, what? Why is he this for a title?
Shane versus Floyd in their prime. Yeah, I still got Floyd. Shane was.
They were in their prime, kind of like them.
Shane was on the back end, maybe. Floyd was definitely in the prime.
I mean, I don't know.
I think Pacquiao in his prime against he'd have been a better fight than what he
Floyd. Was. Yeah, I know. I agree. I think he was a better fight.
But that was in part because
I would Pacquiao versus Pretty Boy. I think that would. I still think Floyd would still win. But I think it would be a great fight though. I think it would be a great fight.
What was that guy?
Yeah, Pretty Boy was something different. And then I will say like Laura looked good too. Laura looked really good.
Come on now. That's against the PBC's whooping man. Johan Gonzalez. And he retired Bird, man. What does that say, bro?
I know.
Gonzalez, he just takes a paycheck and he knows what it is. It's like we gonna like they said when he fought Hurd, if we need a replacement guy, call Johan. It's crazy to me, bro.
Why you say it like that?
Like Lara. I mean, listen. I think Lara's. He has some good days. You know, he fought a prime Hurd. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. I like Lara. He's not in the class of like Rigondeaux, where I'm like, just go. Like, please don't come back to boxing. Like I could watch Lara fight, you know. But Lara, I think, you fighting Gonzalez, replacement opponent. PBC does that. Whatever.
So what do you? All right. So all right, we got to close this out. But before we close this out, for Lamont, when do you think Lamont gets healthy?
I think Lamont is back somewhere around March.
Oh, you think it's gonna be that soon?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think it'll be a year?
No. He wants to fight at least twice next year.
I mean, with a hand injury, with the
hand injury, that's about a 2-month injury. He'll be back in camp. He'll be back. It's December now. He'll be back training again by February.
How long does a hand injury take?
Maybe February or March.
How long does the hand surgery take? I thought it doesn't take that long.
8 weeks typically, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Nah, just a broken hand.
Okay.
Fighters break their hands all the time. You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
Sometimes that gets. I know
But
Shakur has
realistically, if you want to go realistically,
yeah.
I say the summertime is the most realistic time frame.
Yeah,
You want to make sure he's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't want it to go. And he wants, and you think he gets thrown in the fire after that though?
Mildred Taylor?
Yeah, I'm guessing he said Mildred Taylor.
I don't think I saw him fight.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's in a bad place in terms of his brain injury, man.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw him fight again, man. Yeah. I mean, a lot of fighters that didn't get a chance because of injuries. I mean, obviously Paul the Punisher is another one. But anyway,
oh my God, I hate
Lamont. I say Lamont probably in the summer because it'll give time for. By that time, Antoine would have fought. Richardson will have fought. We'll see what happens with T.O. and Shakur in January. It's a lot of fights that need to happen. Even Shock probably will be back in, like I said, against Raymond Ford. So yeah, probably summertime, and then we'll see him in the summer, and then probably again at the end of the year.
Do you think he gets a tune-up fight before he fights one of them dudes, or you think he goes right into it?
Look like that's a dangerous thing. I think he wants big money fight. I think he's trying to earn as much as he can.
He's trying to get it while he's hot, while he's up there. I get it.
His stock is this high. You might as well take all the big fights. A tune-up in my eyes would be Rolly. You know what I'm saying? You get a belt.
Yeah, yes, I'm saying. I'm being real, and you get your money. You kind of can tackle.
Rolly can punch now. I don't want to act like he just.
Look, bro, we're not doing that. We're not doing
that. I don't disrespect no man that stepped in the ring because I know that I can't.
No. I know I can't. I'm saying that I agree with you, but I'm just saying with his skill, he should be. It's a better. All right, let me put it this way. I think you're right. Let me show some respect. I think it's better off fighting somebody like Rolly than something else.
I think Rolly would do it because he sees Lamont as a potential.
It's a payday for him. It's a payday.
Lamont is way more skilled. Lamont would definitely be him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I feel like that'd be a good start. And then Lamont fight Ryan Garcia. Why not?
Yeah, Ryan is low risk too. I think Lamont. Rolly has a belt, but
yeah, true.
If we expect Ryan to beat Barrios, Ryan might have a belt. So
yeah,
that might be an option.
Yeah, and then then after that fight, you fight the other individuals because you want to see where your hands at. Because
he'll have options for sure. Yeah. Like I said, he can work with any promotional company. He's out to get the bag, though. He deserves it. And time will tell. We need to see what happens in these fights that come up. 2026 is looking like it's going to be crazy. That's all I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to close it out, bro. But it should be new. I'm going to show my little belt again. Shout out to the Reaper, my guy. Shout out to the whole team. No excuse. Like I said, I want to get Big Tim on this show. Big Tim is one of the assistant trainers. And he'll break it down. He'll break it down.
I would like to hear it.
He'll be forthcoming. We can get Roach Senior too. You let me know. One up.
Yeah. I just want to make sure. I wanted to give him time. I don't. I'm a realist. Paul said, "How would you rate Lamont's punching power?"
Oh, give me a scale, and then we can close it out. Like a scale.
I would give it 1 to 10.
1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Give me a scale or something.
1 to 10. I'll do it for you. 1 to 10.
Because not Paul. I'm sorry, you got me calling. Because like Floyd, one of the biggest punchers. He could knock you out though, for real.
Yeah, you look at the knockout history, whatever. 1 to 10. Yeah, I would say just because knockout. We talking about knockout. That's a whole different beast.
He got 10 knockouts in his career.
Yeah, 10 out of how many fights?
29, I think he's fought.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so that's not like the ratio isn't. A knockout artist is a knockout artist. So I would like somewhere around 6. Yeah, it's high level. So I would say 6.
That's a little low for me. I'll probably say like if
what's the last knockout? What's the last knockout he had?
10, for example.
Yeah.
If Tank is a 10, then I would give Lamont like a 7, 8. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the last knockout?
His last knockout. I can't tell you the name off the top of my head, but I know it was here.
No, that's for 7, 8. I would give him a 6. I guess my scale is different because I have knockout. Like Tank is extreme. That's like extreme. That's a 10. That's a 10 plus. So I don't really.
Wilder, you know what I'm saying?
Wilder, that's a different animal. That's like Teofimo, like to me, because my friends, to me, Teofimo's an 8. He's an 8 to me.
Okay, so that puts Lamont like right behind him then.
Yeah, I put Teofimo as
maybe 7, 8. That's what I said.
That's why I have a 6. And it's not like I feel like 6 is more slightly above average.
See, Lamont at 130, just like Shakur at 130, their power was real. I don't think we got a fair shot to see Lamont's power.
Like I think Shakur is a 5.
Whoa.
my range is different.
You're
Like
going off knockouts.
I'm on knockouts. I think you got like power is real. Like you have to me to say you're a power hitter.
Me, like a
so like to me, Cruz is like an 8.
Okay.
Because Cruz, all right, I'm not to be like Cruz is the one that put him down, right? So Cruz has knockdown ability. Like he has that ability.
Yes. Oh, that's a perfect way of putting it.
Yeah.
Just like Shakur, when they catch you with combos.
Yeah. Exactly. That's where
you watch the knockouts, all of them look like that.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't have
one shot power. That's the
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real legit, not by like real one shot power.
I'm an MJ guy. He's a Magic guy. He ain't gonna answer that, Billy. Shout out to you for listening. Hope you subscribe.
Oh, Billy. Shout out, Billy. Hope you subscribe. Oh, I'm a Magic guy, so I ain't in.
I got MJ on that one, bro. For sure.
I got Magic Johnson.
Because Kobe stole his whole style. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like if you go between the two, you always go with the original. Put it that way. You always go with the original.
You got to, man.
That I'll say. But I'm a Magic dude, though. Appreciate you, Billy, man. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Dope show, Paul, Billy.
Adam's boxing. We got celebrities. We got celebrities watching the show now, bro.
I'm saying we got Adam boxing. They do dope. DJ Styles, man, boxing.
Adam's boxing show.
DJ Styles boxing. Yeah, I agree. Roach. Yeah, I agree. Roach is probably gonna dominate. Yeah, in the rematch. Yeah, definitely. I believe so. Like he'll probably dominate in the rematch. That's my belief, man. I think Roach gets him on a rematch. Woo. I don't think that it's even close, to be honest with you, in the rematch. If Cruz wants the rematch, I don't like. We discussed it. I don't think Cruz gonna want that smoke.
We got some good eyes on the show today. Can I give a shout out to Adam's Boxing? No, go follow them, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
on Twitter, YouTube, but especially on Twitter, man. They want the smoke from everybody. If you want some entertaining back and forths, watch the Adam's Boxing show. But they know what they talking about though, and they don't duck nobody. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Ellaby, he could catch it, and he's supposed to be from the area. What's good? They are the most objective show I watch, man. Everybody got their favorite fighters, but these brothers are the most like just down the middle, man. I love it. I can't be that guy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm biased all day.
Yeah, I mean, I try to well, I'm biased on certain things. I try not to be. Oh, my man. Oh, Lou in the building on IG. What's up, Lou? You came on late though.
Oh, yeah. Go follow Lou and Kiki too, man.
Yeah. Follow them too.
Light-skinned Lou show, man, for sure. Yeah. We got Boxing Royal. Like I said, celebrities watching our show. We got Adams, we got Lou.
Could you put the link for the
Adams?
Let me hold on. Hold fast. Hold fast.
Do that for sure, man. Hey, really, I promise you, bro, you're gonna be disappointed, and you're gonna learn some things that you might not.
I'm gonna put their YouTube stuff on here. Let's see, we got here
out there. Adams can put it in the chat themselves.
He can do that too. I was gonna put their
because that's who I follow, man. I like a boxing and barbecue. Of course, Christine. Like I got some people.
I like boxing barbecue.
They're at the top of my list, man, for sure.
Christine dope, man.
They so objective, man.
Christine is dope. Barbecue boxing, BBQ boxing, they dope too. There's a lot of good cats out there in the boxing game who cover it, who analyze it.
And live with light-skinned Lou.
Live with light-skinned Lou. Definitely. Can you not and Nathan live with light-skinned Lou? Live with light-skinned Lou. Excuse me. He does.
Light-skinned Lou.
Him and Kiki. They do great work, man. Like great work. Some of the young up and coming boxers, man. They put the spotlight on them. And so you all can know what time it is with those individuals. So I appreciate that. Anytime you're looking out for the boxers for tomorrow, I'm for it, man, because they need attention just like the dudes who are doing it now. So shout out to light skin.
That's so true, Wole. When you went to that prospect card at Rosecroft, you were like, that's one of the best boxing shows I've been to.
Yeah, for real. I appreciate stuff like that.
Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, I appreciate
all y'all for supporting, of course, the urban sports scene.
Yeah, man. So anyway, man, y'all. So you get it? Thank you, and I subscribe to the. Okay, subscribe. I appreciate. I love it. I love it.
You got to go to Twitter. You got to go to Twitter for Adams.
Hold on. Let me Let me give him that. Let me give him that.
Please go to Twitter, bro.
Let me do that while I'm on here. Actually,
good luck telling them apart. You know what I'm saying? But
they twins. I know. Good luck.
Good luck telling them apart. I can usually tell, Jermaine sat with us, so I kind of got an idea. They wear different hats. You feel me? But
hold on. You see now I gotta find it. I want to make sure while I'm here.
You want a verified account? You can do it, but Elon Musk done pretty much cut me off of Twitter, man.
You said what? He got you
You
on
don't
Twitter.
stay on Twitter, bro. It's hard to get like love on that joint. Like he make your life harder. You can't type.
I know,
like,
man. I heard he hating.
You can't get your
he hate, man.
I'm more Instagram dude, man. I need to put my Instagram up here for real because Twitter is like, yeah, Elon, man. He can
man, when you I keep trying to tell you, bro, you want to make you that's people on I'm telling you a content creator, and you are a content creator, so they follow like on X, man. That thing carry, especially with the blue check thing.
You gotta get the blue check, baby.
That don't carry. It carries.
It does. It
carry. Like a whole shoot. The algorithm. He favors the algorithm. Little evil jerk.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Billy, get it, bro. I'm telling
you. I got you. There you go, Billy, man. Right there for you. But anyway, man, we appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Y'all make this thing dope. I say this all the time when I'm doing these streams. Y'all in the chat, y'all make this dope, make it fun to do. The interaction makes this show a lot, smoother and fun. So appreciate y'all for pulling up. Anyway, man, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Thing by Aegis Ayedi Deuces. We are out. Peace. Swag.